Rest in peace, Peso. Rest in peace to BJ too. Rest in peace to my mother. Rest in peace, JJ, DeMello. Rest in peace to both of my uncles. Pretty weird shit to think of. How many people fucking leave?
In such a short amount of time.
100%. He wasn't even 18 yet, was he?
Nah.
Yeah.
No point in caring about the rest of them. They start to think less of you the moment you're doing less for them.
Hip-hop today dominates the charts and is one of the biggest genres in music entertainment. As an art form that emerged directly from the difficult living conditions of inner-city youth living in America, hip-hop has always served as a creative outlet for young people to escape a life of violence and despair. Decades later, it still has that same effect. And here in Northcote, Melbourne, hip-hop has been an empowering outlet for these youth who've experienced the failures of residential care and foster care here in Victoria. We asked these young rappers if hip-hop has helped them.
It helped, man. It helped a lot, you know. I tried to see therapists and all that shit and wasn't doing nothing. I felt like fucking, you know, no one's trying to help me and I'm sitting there fucking, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like, bro, the only way that I can figure myself out is by putting it into lyrics. Easiest way, and you know, it helped me fucking heaps. Every time that I wrote a different bar or something, it made me feel good, and you know, it took my mind off of what was going on inside my head.
Johnathan and his friends are part of a rap group called the 9 to 5 Crew. They've been performing together for a while, but Johnathan is about to release his own EP. They're united not only by music, but by the shared experience of turbulent childhoods.
I lost my cousin in a fucking car crash, and I lost my mother, like only a couple months after that, not even. You know, and fucking being 12, 13 at the time of all that shit happening.
I was better with you. I swear if I had to choose, you or me, you already know exactly what I would do. Take my fucking life just to give it to you. For Johnathan, living in residential care only created more problems for him, and he's not alone. Liana Buchanan, Principal Commissioner for Children and Young People in Victoria, says they've studied the failures of their own system, particularly for kids in residential care.
We are too often failing children in residential care. We spoke to over 70 kids who were in residential care at the time we spoke to them. Over half of those young people volunteered to us that they felt unsafe in residential care. They described residential care as a place where they'd been assaulted, where they were intimidated and threatened, where in some cases they'd been sexually assaulted.
You know, you go in, there's a bigger kid in there, he's been in that unit for this long, you know, he's supposed to show you the rope, so to speak, yeah? And then you're obviously going to look up to him or try and do as he does, you know? He shows you how to steal a car, boom, now you know how to do it, you know? It's harder to turn away from people like that when they're right in your face, you know, and they can threaten to bash you at any point.
Overall, we have a very, very pressured residential care system. It's a system that's pretty inflexible, and as a result, we're having groups of children who've experienced extreme trauma, have a whole range of pretty complex issues and high needs being put in together. It's not working.
The only good thing in my life right now is the fact that I can go and record with these people, you know? Or the fact that I can freestyle and I can rap and shit and, you know, dope like me and respect me and shit. That's really something to look forward to. I never did in my house when you take it apart. Never breaking the stuff when I make with art. They supplying too. Fact is that I brought me pros. We used to sit right here on these chairs, you know, have a freestyle sesh. Oh, but good days, man. Not too far from where, you know, homie Sean passed away, so rest in peace, Peso. You know, long live Peso, brother.
It's just a sad story, and he just committed suicide at the park, and
it's hard for people to talk, man. Like, there's hardly ever, you know, someone that's around that you can just put your confidence in. It's hard to express yourself, really. Like, if you don't have, you know, a proper means of communication and trying to get it out without seeming like you're f***ing soft or, you know, or emotional or some shit. That's why hip-hop's good, bro. You know, rap. You can express yourself to people and they can relate back to it because they understand it. They understand the emotion that went into writing that song, and, you know, easiest way to get it out there.
Rapping, as a form of therapy to deal with trauma, is a big theme in Johnathan's work, and that's precisely what he's trying to explore in his latest music video.
The idea behind the video, because I'm getting shit off my chest already, I kind of just thought of me in therapy. Because I can't actually go to therapy, it just feels f***ing weird. So I was like, why don't we just do it in a track, you know, make a video to it, and that's kind of like my therapy.
So I'm a youth worker and used to help care for him for a time, and then we sort of built a rapport on music and art and stuff, and that sort of scene with the counsellor, and a counsellor sort of like not listening really highlights the fact that a lot of professionals in the social services don't listen to young people.
Nah, we never had much. Life will break your legs, walking like I've got a bad crutch.
Oh yeah, true shit. Alright, we're about to go up to the venue right now. Pretty much go do some sound check, f*** around, have a couple drinks until we're actually up on the stage.
At the gig, we met another young rapper who's found motivation through rap.
Yeah, I wrote like half of my first album when I was homeless. So definitely, it processes a lot of feelings that were really hard to feel, really extreme. Yeah, as artists you get to express yourself, which is really important.
100%.
Sometimes people are holding up their phones and I think, they're getting something through their Snapchat or Instagram. And then I get off stage and they say to me, I was FaceTiming my 10-year-old daughter at home. She won't believe, seems like such a powerful woman and so much confidence on stage. And so that's a really special thing for me. Yeah, and hip-hop's really changed my life and really is my life.
And where you been, been sitting right here smoking green with the team. What you seen, don't open up your mouth, play the role.
9 to 5 gang, you know what's up now.
Girl, fresh violet.
I've been cooking and shit while they cooking it as I'm looking it gets way harder for me to keep it clean. Been keeping on track like 16. Stay disturbed if you fuck with my patterns, it gets mean.
Pretend you're concerned, perpetrating to learn. Accumulating knowledge with no wisdom earned. You're so high on the facts, thinking no one can reach you. Let me tell you, brother, man, experience is the teacher.